Yangon, Myanmar. Myanmar court sentenced to Reuters journalists to 7 years in prison Monday for illegal possession of official documents, a ruling that comes as international criticism mounts over the military's alleged human rights abuses against Rohingya Muslims. While none of the those who had pleaded not guilty to violating the Colonial Official Secrets Act, punishable by up to 14 years in prison. They contended they were framed by police. The verdict was postponed from a week ago because the presiding judge was ill. The case has drawn worldwide attention as an example of how press freedom is suffering under the government of Nobel Peace Laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. Her taking power in 2016 addressed hopes for an accelerated transition to full democracy from military rule, but she has since disappointed many former admirers. While 32, and Cho Soo, 28, both testified they suffered from harsh treatment during their initial interrogations. Their several appeals for release and bail were rejected. While Aung's wife, Panay Aung, gave birth to the couple's first child in Yangon on August 10, but Aung has not yet seen his daughter. The two journalists had been reporting last year on the brutal crackdown by security forces and the Rohingya in Myanmar's Rakhine State. Some 700,000 Rohingya fled to neighboring Bangladesh to escape the violence targeting them after attacks by Rohingya militants killed a dozen members of the security forces. Investigators working for the UN, the top human rights body, said last week that genocide charges should be brought against senior Myanmar military officers over the crackdown. The accusation of genocide was rejected by Myanmar's government, but is the most serious official recommendation for prosecution so far. Also last week, Facebook banned Myanmar's powerful military chief and 19 other individuals and organizations from its site to prevent the spread of hate and misinformation in connection with the Rohingya crisis. Dozens of journalists and pro-democracy activists marched Saturday in Yangon, Myanmar's biggest city, in support of the reporters. But in the country at large, with an overwhelming Buddhist majority, there is widespread prejudice against the Rohingya, and in the government and military, there is near-xenophobic sensitivity to foreign criticism. Myanmar's courts are one of the country's most conservative and nationalistic institutions, and the darkened political atmosphere had seemed unlikely to help the reporters' cause. The court earlier this year declined to stop the trial after an initial phase of presentation of evidence, even though a policeman called as a prosecution witness testified that his commander had ordered that documents be planted on the journalists. After his testimony, the officer was jailed for a year for violating police regulations and his family was kicked out of police housing. Other testimony by prosecution witnesses was contradictory, and the documents presented as evidence against the reporters appeared to be neither secret nor sensitive. The journalists testified they did not solicit or knowingly possess any secret documents. These two reporters should have never been put on trial in the first place because all they were doing was their jobs as journalists, but apparently the government is more interested using this trial to intimidate the local media than anything else, Phil Robertson, deputy director of New York-based Human Rights Watch, said last week. Eventually Myanmar is going to wake up and realize that this kind of politically driven prosecutions in the judicial system lacking both independence and competence are a major drag on the country's political, social and economic development, he said. In the latest US expression of concern, Washington's envoy to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, said the Trump administration expected to see the two journalists acquitted of all charges. Haley told the Security Council during a discussion of the Rohingya crisis last week that a free and responsible press is critical for any democracy.